I think I just solved the biggest problem for my small shop. Let me explain. See, with my 120 square foot shop, from this wall behind my sandblaster to this wall behind my miter saw is only 12 feet, but no workbench. My table saw is in the center of the shop, where my workbench was supposed to be. So I made a plywood cover to serve the same purpose. And where I'm not anywhere near the first person to do this, I am, however, the first person to create a fully autonomous pneumatic powered outfeed table to which this cover slides into that sets itself up or down in less than 5 seconds, just like this. Let me show you how I built this with no engineering background, Fusion 360, and newly acquired welding skills. There's 3. I don't know why I put 4. There's 3. Let's do it. Now, Brandon, why would you want to do this? Well, because it's awesome. But also because I agreed to only take up half the garage, and I want to make sure that I'm utilizing as much space as I possibly can without intruding on anyone else's space. Now, the thing that powers all of this is 2 pneumatic cylinders, 2 pillow block bearings, 1 5/8 inch steel rod. For the structure part, we're using zinc-plated steel square tubing that's punched, so it's not as heavy as regular steel. My initial plan was to bolt it together on brackets, but after realizing that I can't find brackets that'll just fit these guys, like flat brackets, so I went to Home Depot and bought the cheapest flux core welder they have. I've never welded before. This is going to be interesting because I've always wanted to weld, and I'm going to fabricate parts for the first time with mild steel. Also, the noise these things make sounds like Darth Vader's ship opening. That's just an added bonus. I modeled everything out in Fusion 360, so I'm hoping that it works. We'll see. I have not been formally trained in any of this stuff, so we're gonna put on my welding attire, which I got in a kit, so don't make fun of me, please. Maybe one day I will buy myself a proper welding jacket and welding attire, but this works for now. Let's do this. These welds aren't that bad. I want this fence to be able to function normally as it would with the sliding action. The way that it does that, let's see if I can show you this. This edge of the square tube assembly that we just welded up is the pivot point for the outfeed table. And so the hinge needs to somehow be mounted below the hook from the fence to allow full range of motion without any hangups, but still be mounted to the same angled steel that the fence is hooked onto. To do that, we're gonna use a piece of mild steel and weld it to the top side of one of the hinges. Then we make those look all nice by grinding them down with a sanding disc on my angle grinder. However, we had an unexpected hang up towards the end of this day. This is what happens when you don't follow your plans. This piece was only supposed to be 29 inches. It's now 36 inches because I didn't feel like cutting the bar and I was just super excited to weld. So now the chickens are coming home to roost, and I think I'm gonna have to go with the route of trimming this by like 3 inches on each side. All right, whatever, let's do it. This piece is gonna go right here. Now it is time to tap these guys with my gear wrench tap set that I have not used yet because I got it on Black Friday sale. I told you this would come in handy, Julia. This is like the worst possible case scenario. Eagle-eyed viewers will see what I did wrong. However, if you missed it, as I spend the next hour trying to remove this hardened piece of steel from this metal plate, here it is. Everything's going great, and then boom, right here, I pick up the workpiece. I over-torqued the tap, it took the path of least resistance and snapped at the base. If this was in a vise, this wouldn't have happened. It couldn't have, but it wasn't, and that's why this happened. We're gonna end this day on a positive note, and we're gonna screw this in. And the other holes line up, which is pretty cool. On that note, I'm going to clean up. We will return tomorrow with hopefully a solution. Okay, it is a new day and I have solutions. Number 1, smaller number 12 by 24 by half-inch screws, so I don't have to worry about grinding those long-ass screws down. Number 2, a new tap. The important part of this, though, is the drill bit that came with the tap that I should have used the first time. But you know, we live and we learn. This channel is all about learning and progress, and considering the fact that I had my skull replaced 2 years ago, I think I'm doing pretty good. So, to solve this problem, I'm just gonna grind this down so it's flat and then slide it over a little bit, because that still closes pretty much all the way. Now, we will start this process all over again, and this time we will do it right. Hello, Julia. I just always tend to lose focus when I'm talking to you. Whoa! It works! Hold on, honey. This is a big deal.
Oh, well, my 60-cent raise is a big deal.
I'm sorry about your 60-cent raise.
It's really not. It's some people got like $1 and I'm kind of mad.
Holy shit.
I'll just see you when I get home.
All right, I love you.
I love you too.
It doesn't close all the way to 90, but it's 89.4. And the only reason that it's like that right now is because these screws aren't chamfered. I can deal with it being off by 0.5 degrees off of 90. I basically just friction fit this pivot bar right here, around 5 inches down. This pivot's like this. Ouch. Fucking handle. Ouch. Think this is a game, Mr. Handle? You think this is some sort of game? And you can never harm anyone ever again, Mr. Handle. All right, so essentially this is what we have going on. We have a temporary jig mounted right here, and I'm going to throw 60 PSI into this piston and see what happens. I have no clue what's gonna happen. All right, here goes nothing. 3, 2, 1. Ha-ha! No way! Shit. Jesus Christ. I gotta lower the speed of this thing right now before someone gets hurt. By someone, I mean me. That's a successful test so far. I just need it to come back to 90 and not be so aggressive when it goes up. I'm stupid. I didn't have the regulator on it when I did it the first time.
What an idiot.
Jesus. Okay, so there's no question on the strength of this thing. My mic is dead, but I just wanted to say thank you for 10,000 subscribers. That's super awesome. All right, back to work. Gotta do the same thing to this one, but I'm going to clamp these up and make them the same size. That way they look symmetrical and nice. I put 2 holes in my favorite pair of pants on accident. I shouldn't have been wearing them in the shop, but I was welding with them on, and I was like, you know what, man? Why can't a man be comfortable and weld at the same time? So I built myself welding pants. Now, the only thing that can be hit is my ankles, because I cut it too short.
What a loser!
I know it looks ridiculous, but it's functional and that's all that matters. So now we're gonna turn these pieces of steel into this little bracket, and that way I can mount these guys so they can pivot. Let me clean this area up a little bit and then we'll continue. Now we can actually think. These are the 2 components that I'm going to be attaching to 3-inch by 3-inch pieces of steel, like so. And then we will have brackets. Let's get right to this. Wow, holy shit, look at that one. Look at that. Hey, would you look at this? So everything is working good. As this goes back, it's being stopped by this. So I'm just gonna take my multi-tool, cut a little knot, it'll sit recess into that. All right, this is the first test. Slightly off level. So we're gonna put another panel on top of this. I can shim that with wood if it's unlevel. The main thing is if this is level, which it is. Oh my God, it is. Which means it's this level with this surface. I'm doing it, Mom. I'm doing it. I'm gonna rectify that bang with some foam pads that I have right here. I can't get over how cool this is. So after many hours spent trying to calculate the angle between the bottom bar and the top and then where it needs to be and all that stuff, I finally have a template made of wood that I can put onto the steel. I had to buy another piece of steel. I also had to buy this hole dozer from Milwaukee so that way it can cut through this metal, and also a smaller one that's on the drill press right now. My thinking here is I can then trace this template onto this piece of steel and then cut that out with the angle grinder. That way I can then weld this piece of steel to, I think it's aluminum tube, and hopefully not burn a hole through that. I don't know, I've never welded aluminum. It's really just trial by fire. Mark this real quick. I want to lay something down so that the rest of the table saw doesn't get covered in like welding spatter and ruin like the nice finish on it. All right, let's get ready to weld. Let's test it with the tacks and see how it goes. This is like the real true test right here. Everything we've worked for right now. Wait, what have you done? What am I saying we for? I'm not anticipating that it's gonna be flawless, but who knows? I've been proved wrong before. I mean, that looks about right. I don't know, man. Oh, okay, so it went all the way down. All right, well, hold on. Oh my God!
The indoor air quality in your home recently changed to poor.
Thank you, Alexa, for telling me the air quality changed. All right, I'm gonna finalize the welds, then we will celebrate. It's even better than I expected. Look at this. That's what it really is. Woo! I'm gonna speed down a little bit.
It's really just trial by fire.
That could have been bad. Wax canvas isn't a good non-flammable material. Okay, so right now, 89.3 degrees. Going up. 0.2 degrees. I'm proud of myself. This is so cool, dude. With the left piston mounted and ready to go, it's time to get the right piston mounted and ready to go. I'm a little more nervous about this one because we have the wheel mechanism that allows this table to be mobile. So I'm really nervous that it's gonna interact with that in some way, shape, or form, and I'm gonna have to move that. Hopefully I don't, but we'll see very shortly. I'm just gonna mock this up with this template that I used for the left side, exactly how it was. Not as snug of a fit as I would like, but it works. It's an understatement how nervous I am right now. Pretty sure this is where it needs to be. I want to turn the welder on, Brady. That might be a good idea. All right, so not the best welds in the world, but they're not terrible. On this one, I didn't sand the paint off first. I'm gonna put the plate on, make sure that works first before I grind anything down, and then go from there. Damn, look at those welds, wow. I tried something and I fucked up big time. Busted a hole through the thing and I can't get it smaller now. I'm gonna use this small piece of steel and I'm just gonna plug that hole. No way. I'm not bragging or anything. I'm just really proud of myself. Look at these welds. So we're officially done welding. How cool is that? All right, so now it's time to attach this piston to this coupling and then hope it fits exactly how it needs to. Things are looking rather good right now. We go here. All right, this is the first test ever with both of them together at the same time on the same thing. Here goes nothing. Oh, it's so beautiful. All right, let's see it close. Oh, it's so fucking good. Oh my God. Yes. Anyway, we're gonna take this hose that I got from Facebook Marketplace for $15. Great deal, by the way. And run it up, over, and around, down there. And then under the table saw. I gotta get a ladder. I just whittled this thing. How cool is that? I've never done that before. That's cool. So I have the bracket printed. It'll be recessed enough to where I don't bump into it, but it won't be too far where I have to like reach down. I know my workplace is a mess right now. It's complicated as things are still trying to get organized in here. Hey, that worked way better than I expected. It kind of worked. Ta-da! Nice. Oh, yeah. This goes right here. All right, let's get this puppy mounted. Snapped the drill bit, but I got the hole. I wouldn't be a making channel on YouTube if I didn't throw in some Baltic birch plywood. So, sorry if you hear the fan in the background. I know it's annoying, but it's hot and it's like my only form of air conditioning, so deal with it. There's like 2 places in New York City that sell Baltic birch plywood that I know of, and one of them doesn't deliver to me, and the other one charges a $25 delivery fee. If you know of any more, please let me know in the comments. It's so beautiful though, except for the footprint that's from me. Well, after everything, we've created a table saw work surface that converts into an outfeed table and back in less than 5 seconds, which is pretty awesome. I'm really excited to see where this project goes. The possibilities are endless, especially with a camera like this that I can control from pretty much anywhere, which is awesome. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.